Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back here tonight with another requested reading, and this request is going to be for Charles Leclerc and Alexandra St. Mleux. I apologize, I'm probably butchering their names, but that's who we are here to read tonight. So I have everything all shuffled out. We'll pull some from the tarot and pull some from the Romance Oracle deck. So let me get all these laid out here. Remember, as always, if you have any other requests you'd like to see from me, please feel free to comment below. I will get it on the list and get it out as soon as I can. It'll probably be a couple weeks, give or take, depending on how many I get. I have about 10 requested videos I'm working on right now, so I am a little bit behind, okay? So if you haven't seen your request yet, just please be patient and rest assured that it is coming. Also, if you're interested in your own private reading from me, I do offer those right now just for $5 to my Venmo or PayPal. I can do a tarot reading for you, love, general, career, also messages from your angels, messages from deceased loved ones, messages from divine masters, past life readings, and 25 yes/no questions with a pendulum. I've read over a dozen of my subscribers. I've gotten some pretty great feedback. It's just a way to support me and a way to help me continue to practice my passion. So if it's something you're interested in, please get a hold of me. I would love to read you. If not, just liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel is enough support, and I thank you all with infinite gratitude. So let's jump into this. So let's start off and pull a card for Charles. Let's see where he's at energetically, and then we'll pull one for Alexandria. So I'm going to come right here for Charles. Okay, so Charles is coming up as the Nine of Swords. Sorry about that. So he's coming up as a Nine of Swords. So that is, it's like an anxiety energy. You know, or kind of like an overwhelming energy or even a breaking point energy. So that's what's coming up for him right now. So not the best headspace. Definitely not the best headspace for him right now. Let's see about her. Okay, so she's coming up as the Eight of Cups. So this is about withdrawing, walking away from something, moving on from something. And it's interesting too, because both of these cards coming up for them, they both signify isolation too. So I wonder if, might be something with that, but yeah, that's what they're both coming up as themselves. Let's jump into this as a whole for the relationship. I'm going to start off with this one up here. King of Wands. So I feel like this is probably him. He is the type who is very protective. You know, he's a leader, you know, entrepreneur energy, kind of making his own way, so to speak. You know, very inspiring to other people. A lot of people look up to him. A lot of people enjoy him. And he's very magnetic. Like, he draws a lot of attention. Could be a great thing. Also could not be a great thing, depending on, you know, the situations at hand. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords here. So this is about conflict. So, you know, there could definitely be some arguments and disputes within the relationship, which, you know, it does happen within relationships. It's not abnormal to see, okay, as long as it's not violent. Okay, I would never, ever condone that, especially being someone who knows someone personally who is in a DV situation. But, you know, on the regular, you know, couples have arguments. Couples have disputes. So, unless I see some other crazy cards, I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, I just feel like there might be a little bit of tension, a little bit of conflict sometimes that arises between the two, which, you know, again, I feel is normal. Unless we start getting some more crazy cards, I feel like it's normal. Couples have disputes, they argue. As long as you can come back and move on, that's fine. So next we have the Two of Cups. So this is about, you know, unified love, a shared understanding, you know, romantic partnership, and it is in the upright. So it, to me, is definitely more positive. And it's like the relationship kind of builds them up too. They build each other up. You know, they're very flirtatious. You know, it's exciting. That kind of thing. So that's good. That's good. All right, King of Swords. Yeah, so with this, I feel like they share a strong bond on an intellectual level. You know, they share the same standards. They have the same kind of standards. You know, the same kind of clarity, the same kind of wants. You know, they're very honest and truthful with each other, which is fantastic in a relationship, because some of the relationship readings I've done, you don't always see that. So this is great. Love to see that. Okay, continuing on. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. So to me, obviously, you know, the Six of Cups can signify the past, but I feel like with this too, they have a very playful, carefree type relationship. Like they can be silly together, they can have fun together. You know, they don't question it. They kind of live in the moment, and they really, really enjoy each other. That's what I feel. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands here. So this is about just carrying like responsibility, you know, and just feeling exhausted, feeling tired, and just working very hard. And I am wondering if this is signifying like what he does, because he is a driver. He's a racer, I think. I'm pretty sure. And I feel with this, you know, sometimes it's really exhausting for him. It's like a lot of work, and he really has to like focus on that sometimes. Sometimes that has to be like the top priority. You know, that's how he lives. That's his livelihood. And I feel like sometimes, you know, he feels like it can maybe take away things, because he really has to, you know, he has to do what he has to do to make it, you know. And I feel like with him, sometimes it's really exhausting. Which, rightfully so, in my opinion. Okay, next we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I read this card as like success. You know, not even just career, but I feel like I can even read into this as like the relationship. You know, I feel like they are really happy with each other. You know, they want to plan a future together. You know, he works very hard to take care of her. It definitely feels like a mutual dynamic to me, which I love to see. So, yeah. Let's see what else comes up. All right, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, family and job security. Yeah, everything's just really stable. You know, strong foundation. Like they've really... I mean, they have the same goals. They have the same ambitions. You know, they want the same things. It's just a very strong, solid foundation. That's what I read with this Ten of Pentacles. And it's very stable, too. Might be a little bit of disputes here and there. And like I said, you know, that's the only kind of rough card I saw. You know, a little bit of exhaustion, too. But I feel like that's with his work. I really do. I feel like that's kind of the career coming in. But overall, I feel like they have a very healthy, happy dynamic. Like, they're very happy with each other. They're very content with each other. It's very stable. It's very stable and strong. So I love to see that. I think that's fantastic. Funny how that works, huh? Soon as I pull that, or as soon as I say that, I pull this card. Okay. All right, so we have a Three of Swords here. So this is like the heartbreak card, okay? Betrayal, loss, trauma. I don't know, this one's just kind of got me stumped. You know, this is definitely the heartbreak card, but I feel, I mean, with all the other cards I'm seeing, it feels pretty positive to me. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't want to go on a whim here and be like, oh yeah, they're gonna, I mean, maybe in the future something could change, but I mean, overall, I feel like they have a pretty stable, happy relationship. I mean, we could see that with some of the cards. So, and I'm not seeing a lot of like other cards that can go with this. I mean, I see the exhaustion card, but I mean, overall, it's pretty positive. Or I don't know. I mean, this could even be like some past stuff too. I mean, we did have the Six of Cups. I mean, that can signify the past. And maybe there's like a fear of that. Maybe one of them kind of has a fear of that. I'm not 100% sure with this one. Okay. I mean, obviously the card's straightforward, you know, heartbreak, separation, emotional pain, betrayal, trauma, but let me pull a few more. Let's see if maybe something else comes up. I mean, maybe it's possible in the future that somebody gets their heart broken, but I feel like, I really do feel intuitively that it's pretty strong and stable, especially with that Ten of Pentacles. If that's stability, that's good, you know? All right, next we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about working together, growing and learning together, being recognized. So yeah, that's what that Three of Pentacles energy is. Let me see if I can ask. I don't know if I'll get an answer, but let me ask. What is this Three of Swords? What is this Three of Swords energy coming through? What does that mean for these two? Is it something from the past, or is this something maybe for the future, possibly? All right, I'm looking. Let me see. Let's go with this one. Okay, so the Four of Cups. I don't know, with these two, it's almost like an avoidance or something. I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna like split up or anything, but there's definitely, it's like an avoidance, like some sort of like disconnection. I wish I could pick up more, but I'm not getting it, guys. I'm just not. I apologize. Sometimes I just don't, you know, sometimes I don't pick up on it, or sometimes it's over my head too. Sometimes I think about it too much and I can't really focus, but yeah. Let's continue on. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. But yeah, there's a little bit of discontentment there or something. Okay, next we have the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this is her, okay? Very confident, attractive woman, you know, very passionate, but also carries her independence as well. And very determined. Very determined energy as well. All right, we'll do a couple more tarot and then we'll pull some oracle cards here. So let's do two more tarot. I'm going to do this one and then we're going to do this one. Okay, so the last two we have for tarot, we have the Page of Swords. So this is like a communicative energy, new ideas. So yeah. You know what I'm feeling too? Because sometimes this page can, not all the time, but one thing I remember learning in my tarot learning course that I took, sometimes a Page of Swords can represent someone who lacks empathy sometimes. Sometimes they're like emotionally unavailable. And now I'm starting to wonder, you know, those other cards that we just pulled, especially with the Four of Cups and the heartbreak, there might sometimes be issues with like emotions. And honestly, if that's not addressed, that could be a problem down the road. That could definitely be a problem down the road, if that is what it is. there's definitely something, with that. And I could be missing it too. Like I said, I don't pick up everything, and I'm not going to act like I do. If I don't know, I don't know. So last one we have here is the 8 of Wands. So this is like a quickly moving change. And it could be an exciting energy too. Let's do some of the oracle. Let me get these out of the way here. Just going to try to shuffle some of these out if I can. Okay, I've got a couple there. Well, from what I see with these two, it definitely seems like, at least as of right now, I mean, there might be some trouble with the, maybe lack of empathy and not dealing with emotions properly, but I know right now the biggest thing is definitely getting the money, getting the bag, especially for him, I feel like that's really important to him, his career, and, money is very, very important to him. We see here, we have this could be the one, it's very possible that these two might tie the knot, because I do feel, I could definitely feel the intimacy, with these two. There's definitely a connection, okay? There's definitely a connection, and we have a soulmate, wedding, attraction, chemistry, true love. So the feelings are definitely there. But I think as most relationships, for one, not everything is what it seems to be. And for two, they're not all perfect, People take what they can get, and that's kind of it, But I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the request. Again, if you have any other requests you'd like to see from me, please feel free to comment below. I will get it on the list and get it out to you as soon as I can. And I thank you all with infinite gratitude. Have a great night. Bye, guys.